What's going on there?
I just tried to wake up my daughter for school, and she has no pulse.
How old is she?
She's 16.
You said that she's non-responsive?
Yeah, her tongue's hanging out of her mouth.
Stay on the line, I'm transferring you to rural metro.
Qui a tué Emma Walker?
911, what's your emergency?
Le lundi 21 novembre 2016 à Knoxville, Jill Walker monte à l'étage. Elle ouvre la porte, sa fille Emma est morte. Elle a pris une balle dans la tête alors qu'elle était en train de dormir. Emma Walker était en couple avec Riley Goll, joueur de football américain de l'équipe du lycée. 2 ans qu'ils étaient ensemble. Après la découverte du drame, les enquêteurs commencent naturellement par interroger les proches. Et Riley souhaite faire des révélations sur les derniers jours d'Emma. La veille du drame, le 20 novembre, Emma sort avec des amis après être allée à un match de football. Une fois chez elle, Emma est inquiète.
And she was kind of acting frantic over the phone, and she said that someone was trying to get into her house. Drove all the way to her neighborhood.
Did you say she texted you that information?
She texted me like, she was asking if it was me at first, and I told her no, what's going on, and that's when she FaceTime called me. She was crying and freaking out, so I said, okay, give me a minute, I'll come down there and check it out.
Riley se précipite. 10 minutes après, il arrive devant la maison d'Emma.
I went to her backyard, made sure, nobody was back there, checked under the porch and everything. Looked up and down the street.
Mais à son arrivée, l'intrus est déjà parti. Les caméras de surveillance ont quand même aperçu un peu plus tôt un homme habillé en noir qui marche dans cette rue. Riley retourne au campus de l'université alors que vers 3h du matin cette nuit, quelqu'un tire sur Emma depuis l'extérieur de la maison. Qui est l'auteur? Les policiers doivent comprendre ce que chacun a fait la nuit du drame. Riley, lui, était dans sa voiture sur le campus de l'université.
Said I got back to campus around 1 a.m. and just sat in my car for about 2.5 hours, and just wept.
Pourquoi Riley était en train de pleurer dans sa voiture? 2 semaines plus tôt, Emma l'avait quitté. Il apprend la nouvelle de sa mort vers 4h du matin par des amis qui l'ont appelé alors qu'il dormait dans sa voiture.
4:30, I fell asleep around then. And that's when I woke up to people calling me about what had happened. Hey man, I'm sorry about what happened. So I was like, what are you talking about? And he called me after that and he said, did you not hear what happened? I said, no, what are you talking about? And he said, they found him dead in her bed this morning. Or unresponsive is what he told me. And that's when I started freaking out, having a breakdown. So my mom and my grandmother were coming out to campus to get me.
Pour les proches d'Emma, c'est un choc brutal. Le tueur est là, dans leur groupe d'amis. Et en réalité, plusieurs d'entre eux suspectent fortement l'identité du coupable. Et ils vont le déclarer à la police. Pour en être sûr, les policiers vont demander à ses amis de participer à une opération d'infiltration. Ce sont eux qui vont fixer un rendez-vous au suspect. Caméra cachée, micro planqué. Après un briefing de la police, l'opération commence.
Automatically ruled out any kind of suicide, or not ruled it out, but like, if she would have got shot through the wall, you don't just get shot and die instantly unless you get hit in the throat or in the head. Yeah. Unless you got shot directly in the heart, but still even that, like you're gonna feel that, wake up and be able to try and like crawl out of your bed.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like I still don't understand how she died.
I don't either, but if she truly got shot through the wall, then she would, like, say it hits her in the stomach. Say somebody shot her in the wall, hit her in the stomach. She's going to wake up. You don't just get shot and just lay there.
Yeah, I don't see how she wouldn't scream or something like anything.
And she just like,
unless it was just like a ridiculous shot.
If it hit her in the head, then they would have saw that.
Well, yeah, but you don't know that. I mean, they could have walked in and seen her just.
Well, but they would have seen
it was a murder investigation from early that morning.
As far as I know, like
they never thought. They always
don't know anything about how she was found or when she was found.
Because
whenever you hear, exactly. Whatever
they always knew,
whoever you hear it from could not be true.
They knew it was homicide from the first second because they put. You serious? Yeah.
Vu sa réaction en entendant cette info-là, le suspect est inquiet. Parce que si la police enquête sur un suicide ou un accident, il n'y a pas de criminel. Et si la police cherche à résoudre un homicide, il cherche un tueur.
Tell me what you know about Emma's passing. I know there's been all kinds of rumors and speculation. What have you heard?
I've tried to tune all of it out because I've heard so many different things. I've heard she just passed in her sleep. I heard she tried to commit. I heard a stray bullet came to the wall, but that made no sense to me because her room, if a stray bullet hit the wall, it would have to be from the backyard, because that's where her window is. No, I don't know, that one didn't make sense to me, but those are the main three.
Sur les 3 théories évoquées, il y en a une seule qui lui paraît incohérente. Pourtant, c'est précisément celle qui correspond à la réalité. Et là, les policiers vont lancer un sujet étonnant.
You got people that are mad at you, that are trying to hurt you or anything?
Not that I know of, I don't know.
You didn't, nobody tried to kidnap you or...
Kidnap me?
Yeah.
I didn't want to. I'm sorry, I just didn't want to talk about it because it was traumatizing. I didn't know what to make of it.
And that's pretty important for us to probably know. I mean, somebody trying to kidnap you.
But I don't know, like... I don't know anything about
When did this alleged kidnapping take place?
Friday.
This past Friday?
Mm-hmm.
When did that happen?
Sometime tonight. I just don't know. I don't remember much about it. I just remember 2 guys. Literally, I was Friday night before I got to Noah's. Went up to my stepdad's house, and I pulled in the driveway, and this van pulled over across in the semicircle, and these 2 guys were like walking across the street. I didn't think anything of it because they weren't like in a rush.
Mm-hmm.
And I turn around, I'm about to get in my car, and next thing I know, one of them grabs my back, and the other one's around the corner, and they just like put their hands over my face and just took me to their van. I don't remember much. They just had me, I couldn't see anything. They had something over my eyes. I haven't told my mom or anybody about this.
Oh, really?
No.
Wow.
Terrified.
So these guys just randomly picked you out for no reason?
I guess.
Tellement terrifié qu'il n'en parle à personne, pas même à sa mère. Pour la police, ce comportement est incohérent quand on vit un traumatisme pareil. Oublier ce genre de détails, c'est suspect pour les enquêteurs.
But I'm trusting you guys, like, with my life, because I mean, this is 70 years in jail if I get convicted of something I didn't do. And are you busy right now? Are you about to do anything? Well, can we go to the bluffs? Because I need to get rid of the bluff. I'm gonna have to throw it into the water. They'll never find me.
I've tried to hit the water with like rocks. Well,
We did it with beer balls once. So we can go on the smaller ledge that really looks out of the water.
I mean, I got your back, man.
I just need
Christ, dude, I got your back.
if it's in the Tennessee River, they will never find it. So that's why I just want to eliminate that from the equation as a whole.
Le suspect est en possession d'un pistolet. Il faut s'en débarrasser. Les 3 amis partent sur une zone qui surplombe la rivière du Tennessee, appelée The Bluffs, pas très loin de l'université. C'est plutôt subtil parce que, en faisant ça avec ses copains, le suspect croit sûrement qu'il sera protégé. En suivant son plan pour se débarrasser du pistolet, ses amis deviennent complices. Et s'ils sont complices, ils vont certainement mentir à la police. Le pistolet ne sera pas retrouvé, sauf que c'était justement ça le plan des enquêteurs. Le pistolet en question a un numéro de série. La police en a connaissance parce que, la veille du meurtre, James Walker, le propriétaire de ce pistolet, a déclaré ce pistolet volé. Alors bien qu'ils aient le même nom de famille, James Walker n'a aucun lien de parenté avec Emma Walker. Par contre, il a un lien de parenté avec quelqu'un d'autre. James Walker, c'est le grand-père de Riley. Oui, le suspect, c'était bien Riley, depuis le début. C'est bien lui l'homme en noir qu'on a aperçu sur les caméras de surveillance peu avant le meurtre.
I understand that your grandfather has had a gun stolen or missing or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that?
It was during the week, last week, because he came and switched out my car with his car to go get the oil changed back in Knoxville. So he left his car on campus, but he took his keys with him. And he said, when he got back, we switched out cars again, and he took off, and he called me maybe 10 minutes later, or 5 or 10 minutes later, and said, "You know where my gun's at?" I said, "No, I haven't been in your car."
Et pourtant, il indique bien à ses amis qu'il avait le pistolet avec lui, uniquement dans le but de se protéger par contre.
I understand he told you about the gun. I had that gun because I was scared about what happened. I know you don't believe me, you probably don't either. Whatever, I'm telling you.
I mean, I don't believe that, but I believe you more that you didn't shoot Emma, because that's a big step.
Mais comment a-t-il pu en arriver là, tuer son ex-petite amie? En réalité, la relation amoureuse entre Riley et Emma n'était pas aussi féerique qu'on pourrait croire. Dès le début de leur relation, les amis et la famille d'Emma ont tout de suite discerné des signes alarmants dans l'attitude de Riley, qui était possessif, manipulateur. Il allait même jusqu'à contrôler les vêtements que Emma portait.
My parents didn't care for me at all.
Why is that?
Because of the first time we broke up, I had cheated on her. And her parents never forgave me for that, even when she did. And they never let us have an actual relationship for the remainder of the time we were together.
Les personnes toxiques comme Riley voient leurs partenaires comme des objets qui leur appartiennent, et pas comme des personnes. Et en cas de rupture, quand ils n'ont plus de contrôle, ils envisagent le pire. C'est pour toutes ces raisons que dès le départ, le groupe d'amis avait suspecté Riley d'être l'auteur du meurtre.
So you went to the backyard, checked if you saw anything. How do you get in the backyard?
There's off to the right side of her house, there's a gate that has no lock. You can just open up the latches and move it.
Riley connaissait bien la maison, il avait tout ce qu'il fallait pour pouvoir commettre le crime.
Do you have your phone with you?
I do not.
Oh man, I'd like to see that text message from her, just so I don't get it.
I don't. After today, I deleted everything.
Okay.
Because I don't want any. I just don't want to think about it.
Comme par hasard.
We have a gun that belongs to your grandfather that is missing. Okay? We have all your friends saying that you've been talking about this gun. We have one of your friends saying that he saw you with the gun, that you showed him the gun, and that you told him you got it from your grandfather. Okay?
Okay.
I find it hard to believe that these guys are just making this up.
I don't have anything else to say. I've told you the truth from me. So
Okay.
that's, if it's going to be the same question, that's the same answer.
We recovered some rounds, and those rounds happen to match the same type of ammunition that your grandfather uses in his gun.
So you do know how she died? And
I didn't say that. I said that we have recovered some rounds, and those rounds are the same type of rounds that your grandfather uses in his gun.
Outside that house today, the house was shot up, a couple rounds. Alright. The rounds that were found out there, hold on.
Okay.
The rounds that were found out there came from your grandfather's gun.
I don't know where the gun's at.
Well, who would want to shoot that? Who would want to take your grandfather's gun and take it to that house and shoot at that house?
I do not know where the gun is.
Do you know anybody who'd want to do that?
I don't know anyone who ever want to hurt that girl.
Plusieurs fois pendant l'interrogatoire, Riley se réfère à Emma en disant « cette fille » au lieu de juste dire son prénom. Et ça, c'est une manière inconsciente de se distancer de la victime pour avoir l'air un peu moins coupable. Sauf que les policiers le savent très bien.
Got back to campus round one, and you said you sat in the car and wept for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, just cried.
And why was that?
I just kept it because I knew she wasn't going to come back, and I've always gotten her to come back in the past, and I was just, she blocked me on everything, so I couldn't send her anything. The only thing I could send her messages on was Twitter, and that's what I told you. I sent that message around 1.
Yeah, just do that shit.
I just told her how much I loved her, and that I was sorry that she didn't want what we had anymore, and I hoped that she was going to do great things in the future.
2 heures à pleurer dans sa voiture en pleine nuit, exactement dans le même intervalle où Emma a été tuée.
Your timeline, while it's somewhat consistent, still has holes in it. You say you sat in the car for 3 hours and wept?
Yeah, I've been.
Let me ask you, did you call anybody during that time? Any friends or family or anything like that?
La police a retracé son téléphone, il est bien parti du campus vers minuit 15. Mais il est allé dans le quartier résidentiel d'Emma. Les données sont irréfutables, il est retourné au campus vers 4 heures, alors que Emma est morte vers 3 heures.
What I'm saying is if I have to go to court in front of a grand jury or anything and you have to testify, or if the cops come and talk to you again, whenever you talk to them, just be like, you were too afraid to tell them that you were on acid because you thought you were going to get in trouble.
No, that's true. I would never mention that, you know.
Yeah, and if anything about that gun, just say, I must have misunderstood or something because I was tripping balls. I really don't know what was going on. He was just, like Riley was just complaining to me about some stuff. I guess I thought I heard something about a gun. And his grandfather thinking that he took it. You know, if you tell them you're on LSD, you were drunk, and you were high, your mind was altered. Whatever statement you give them wasn't a straightforward answer. If you just tell them that you were on acid high and drunk and just, you didn't really understand what I was saying. You just kind of went along with it. I just told him I was the only sober person here.
Et tu crois pas si bien dire, Riley. Les amis partent comme prévu aux Bluffs, et une fois arrivés à la rivière, Riley s'apprête à jeter le pistolet. Quand soudain...
Oh my God, what the what the
Everybody put your hands out of the vehicle now!
damn, dude.
Yep. Hold what you got! Leave your hands out of the vehicle!
Le procès a lieu en mai 2018. Riley, qui apparemment a arrêté le football américain depuis un long moment, déclare qu'il ne voulait pas lui faire de mal. Il voulait simplement lui faire peur.
My intentions were not, and never have been, to cause Emma any physical harm. At times, I was a terrible boyfriend. I caused her emotional and psychological pain during the 2 years that we were together. But I never once even imagined to cause her any physical harm.
Donc, il est condamné pour harcèlement, vol, possession d'une arme à feu, destruction de preuves et bien sûr meurtre au premier degré. Et dans le Tennessee, un meurtre au premier degré, c'est prison à vie. 51 ans de sûreté. Il ne pourra pas en sortir avant 2067. D'ici là, rien d'autre que des murs, un lit, des chiottes et tout le temps qu'il faut pour réfléchir à ces conneries. Ce genre d'affaire, ce n'est pas juste une histoire de jalousie. Les personnes toxiques ont un véritable besoin de contrôle. Et pour certains, on peut même parler de troubles du comportement. Des personnes comme Riley, malheureusement, il y en a plus qu'on ne croit. Des profils très différents, mais quand même des mécanismes très proches. Il y a une autre affaire dramatique qui avait commencé sur Tinder. Et si tu veux la voir, c'est ici.